guys, welcome back to my channel. Uh, well, today is just gonna be like more like a yap slash speculation video, since we didn't really have anything new, and I am working on my other videos that should be up soon. I promise. It's just that circumstances and life is really not on my side, guys. Life is really difficult, so every time I start on something, it has to be put on hold. Um, but for now, I just wanted to yap or kind of address the fact that people kind of, I would say, bored. They have fatigue. I guess I'm the only one just sitting over here chilling, saving my diamonds, and hoping for the best. No, honestly though, I understand that the wait is really, it's itchy. I know it's making people really overthink about what they're gonna drop, what they're gonna do, what they're planning. Honestly, I am. I'll be honest, and this is just my opinion, guys. I am dying for some story update. If people have fatigue, if they are bored, they're kind of just looking in to do their dailies and weeklies and try to grind as much as they can, like I have been doing this last week. I think we need something to put us on our toes and make us talk about it for weeks and maybe months to come. We still talk about the events that happened in Death and Rebirth. Honestly, for me, I do love the world underneath. I loved the update, and I am thinking of just dropping a quick video, like a brief about them. It's actually really nice, but I would like to have an actual update in the story at this. I honestly, I joined the game for Sylus and I stayed for the lore. At this point, I want to know what's happening. I need to know what's going on with MC. I haven't seen Rafayel or Xavier for a very, very, very long time since their branches. It's getting it's almost almost a year, and in a couple of months it will also be a year for Caleb. We haven't seen him in the main story, and honestly, I loved the Caleb from the main story. Caleb from the main story is the Caleb that actually made me main him, because I mentioned this before. He was this kind of freaky Yandra type, and it's just, I love this trope. And I would like to see him again at some point soon, guys. I'm losing it here. So I'm one of those who, yes, definitely, we are 100% due for an update. Like a limited banner, some sort of limited banner, because right now it's a rerun. So actually 2 reruns. But we are due for one. The question is, what's it gonna be? I am worried, okay? I am worried that after the PV drops that everyone has been waiting for, people will actually start complaining like last time. I have seen Gacha Goblins video, and I'm sorry, didn't I'm giving her a shout out. I did see that some of the girlies have been leaving the game for the lack of spice. It's fine, I understand. It is an Otomi game. And it is my first Otomi game, definitely. I have been diving into the Otomi genre since I got into Love and Deepspace. I've tried actually more than one, and I'm currently playing others. But when I have time, which is really, really rare, I'm pretty focused on Love and Deepspace only for now. But what I mean is, I understand that spice is really important, but I do have an opinion about this, and please don't before coming at me. I love the spice like anyone else. Honestly, it unites us. Spice unites the fandom, which is great. But also, I have this thing that I think spice is kinda implied in so many scenarios and so many moments in cards. But even like in like limited event stories, it's implied. And we've just recently had the Silas promise card, which was pretty spicy. It was really, really spicy, guys. It just did not have this kindled moment. And for me, my imagination just takes me there, honestly. I don't always have to see it with my eyes. I can just use my brain. And I think this was a really, really cool card of Silas. And it was spicy from the second it started. It was something else. I love it. So I'm really worried if this PV, because I am still convinced it's not gonna be spicy. I mean, I am hearing the speculations, but I think if they're gonna drop something spicy, I think they're gonna leave it for the anniversary, because it's also again in a couple of months. So if we're having a limited banner right now, I have this weird feeling that it's not gonna be spicy. People are gonna be mad, and they're still gonna be mad and unhappy even after the PV drops. I really hope I'm wrong. And again, I understand that's really important, but the year that I missed, 2024, it was pretty full of spice, guys. You guys had Misty Invasion, you had Wander and Wonder, and so I think like the expectations that were like after these banners, and of course after Nightly Rendezvous, this was my first multi. People kind of expected that it will be the normal for us to keep having spice every banner, or like one banner we will, especially after the Catch 22. I honestly don't think it was spicy. I think it was just different, because Catch 22 is one of my favorite banners of Love and Deepspace, believe it or not. I have all the cards. I love them. I loved the event itself, and I loved like the interactions that we could do with the guys during the event itself, and the event stories were actually pretty good. It was one of my absolute favorites. So if we're gonna get something like this, I'm totally digging it. For me, if you ask me what I'm speculating, I kind of suck at speculating, so I'm just gonna think, because just when I was searching Twitter for some information about like previous banners and heartfelt gifts, I saw that MLCQ is actually having a Halloween banner. It's gonna start, I think, in a couple of days. I know that probably in China they do not really celebrate Halloween. It's gonna be in a few days, so I'm not sure if we're gonna have something that's specific to Halloween. I have a feeling that they're not gonna go this direction with Love and Deepspace. I think it's gonna go either way. It's either gonna go something crazy and different like Catch 22, or it's gonna be like an autumn themed, because they did a summer one, they did a spring one. I loved both. I don't care. I know people hated the summer banner. I don't know why until this moment. I loved every card. I am obsessed with every card, guys. These are some of the cards that I replayed like crazy. And of course I love the spring banner as well. Like both of them for me were awesome. But anyways, so I think it's gonna be either this or this. So I don't know how or where we're gonna get the spice, if you guys are expecting spice. If it's gonna be autumn themed, I don't know if we're gonna get it. If it's like some weird freaky alternate universe banner, I think we might there might be room for a spice or something different. For me, I'm happy with both, but again, I am just here waiting for a story update, because the limited banner is gonna come and go. We're gonna have some cute different cards that's gonna last like 40-45, maybe even an hour, but then it's gonna go. We're not really gonna discuss it that much, but the main story though, we keep digging into the events and we keep analyzing stuff. I mean, even the world underneath alone makes my head spin. And so yeah, I am waiting for a story update, and I don't know how they're gonna fit it in, because it's almost the end of the year. We only have November and December, and one of the biggest things that they introduced during their anniversary update is a big humongous story update. I swear if we don't get this, I am gonna drop that because I'm waiting for the anniversary because I want this major, huge story update, like 100 chapters at least, which I know it's not gonna happen. So how they are gonna fit in something like this and rebirth that will include Xavier and Raphael, and then in less than like a couple of months, less than a month and a half or something, it will be like 2 months before we get this the other story update. Do you really think they're gonna update their story and then in a couple of months they're gonna update it again? I don't know, and I don't think so. So if the speculated roadmap is gonna go exactly as it is without a story update, or even with, it's gonna be a cramped couple of months. And I'm happy that I have been saving my diamonds, and I am keeping myself, like, I'm holding my hands. Even though I really want all of Zayne's cards, I did not pull for his 4-star card. So in this rerun, I mean, so in the Oracle of Stars, sorry, because I tried to remember the Oracle of Stars one, but I just couldn't remember. And I keep holding myself, so I don't know how it's gonna be going, but I don't think the PV that will drop either tomorrow or after tomorrow, but I think it will be tomorrow, guys. It will be tomorrow, don't worry. We have the 1 day left in the rerun banner, so I think it's gonna be tomorrow, and I think the update itself will drop on the 29th. That's just my speculation. And I think it's gonna be a multi-banner. I don't think it's gonna be a solo, and I don't think it's gonna be a story update. I am pretty convinced they're gonna drop something to have some, like, to grab, you know, the attention of the, like, of everyone, and something that will bring them some, you know, cash. It's been a rerun, and then before this was actually Zayne's myth, and I think it did pretty well. Maybe not in the first 1 or 2 days, but it definitely did great. It was an amazing myth. Anyways, I think it's gonna be a multi-banner, and that's just my speculation. I am not sure. Maybe it will be a solo. Maybe they will surprise me and make me happy and bring me, like, joy and actually update the main story. But I don't think they're gonna do this. I'm just saying. We're also due for a new promise, which is great. I love the promise because I think it's a great bundle. One of their best bundles, actually, is the promise. It's just, it gives me a lot of things. It gives me limited wishes. It gives me you know, this awakening stars, and it gives, like, plenty of materials. I advise, if you are a low spender and you have, like, a small budget and you don't know where exactly to spend it, I would suggest that you get the promise bundle, at least the first tier. You don't really need the second tier unless you want the 2 cards. But if you get the first tier, you get all the, like, you know, the materials, and basically all the rewards, except when you get, like, an accessory, you get the first one, and then, like, the alternative colors you only get with the big tier, where you get the 2 cards. But I highly advise with the promise bundle. It's really good. Anyway, we are due for a new promise. I have been digging into the last promises, which I have bought all of them. Anyway, so the least one that had promises this year, guys, was Raphael. Actually, he was included only in one promise this year, and it was with Sylus. That was not this one. The last one was Zayne and Xavier, and then it was Raphael and Sylus, and then we didn't see him again. The last time we saw Raphael in a promise was actually the one that started last year at the same time. So I think it's gonna be 100%. I don't think he's the least. Xavier had 3 promises, 3 appearances and promises this year. I don't think they're gonna give Xavier another one. I think they're gonna give this one to Raphael. Who's gonna be the second one? I think it's gonna be either Zayne, or I don't know if they're gonna repeat like another love interest like they did at the, if you remember, like mid-year we had two Xavier promises back to back. It was Zayne and Xavier, and then after this it was again Xavier and Caleb. So it's 100% gonna be Raphael, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a Zayne or another like Sylus or Caleb. I highly doubt they're gonna include Sylus or Caleb, guys. I think it's gonna be Raphael and Zayne, and that's just my speculation, and I wouldn't hate it. Of course I will get it, and I will go crazy for it and for the art like every time, and then we will see awesome outfits on the art, and we will keep asking for the outfits, but we will never see them. I'm still digging that outfit that Zayne was running in. I mean, that card I keep playing. Oh my god. I keep like closing my eyes and imagining him like in this outfit just running. Why wouldn't they animate this? We would go crazy for this. Anyway. So we're gonna see Raphael soon, guys, don't worry, but it's gonna be in the promise. This one is at least guaranteed. And then I think it's gonna be either Zayne or... I don't know. It's not gonna be Xavier. I'm 100% sure, because they're not gonna include him a fourth time. So, Raphael and someone else. My speculation, Raphael and Zayne. Hopefully. And then I was I kept going back into their Instagram and Twitter, because again I wasn't here last year. I was here for the 3 heartfelt gifts that we got for Caleb, Zayne, and Sylus. Pretty amazing cards, all 3. Of course, my favorite was Sylus's Magnum Opus. It's for a free card, for a free 5-star card. It was really, really so much fun, and it was freaking amazing. I loved all 3, but I specifically loved Sylus's most. I also loved Caleb, but it was, you know... Anyway, and last year I was trying to dig in Twitter. I didn't go that far back in their Instagram, to be honest, but I think you guys had 2 heartfelt gifts, right? It was for Raphael and Xavier. I think they started with Xavier and then Raphael. Now I don't know if the heartfelt gift is something that they do just once for each love interest, or if they're gonna actually repeat it and we'll get another round and then start again with Xavier, because I think if we're gonna see Xavier again, it's gonna be in the next heartfelt gift if they ever decide to do it, and we are overdue for it. Infold, if you can hear me, please, we need some freebies, we need some free diamonds. We're gonna have a difficult month, and then we're gonna have the anniversary. We need to save. So if they really decide to continue with the heartfelt rounds, it's gonna be Xavier's, I think. It's gonna be Xavier's. Last one was Caleb. The one before this was Sylus's, and then before this, for me it was Zayne, and then I think before that was definitely Raphael, and the very first heartfelt gift, I think it was Xavier. We are definitely due for a heartfelt gift. If they decide to do this, I think that's where we're gonna see Xavier next. So we're gonna see Raphael in the next promise, we're gonna see Xavier in the next heartfelt gift if they ever decide to do so. But I'm not sure if we're gonna get them in the main story. And I really hope they're not gonna keep dragging this until the anniversary, because you guys, this means that the story was updated only twice this year. I'm not even gonna mention the branches, because I already did a specific video on this, because I'm still like waiting for an update. I don't know if they're gonna really go back that far to update the branches, or they're gonna create like another like big chapter that will include like other branches for all of them. But yeah, that's it. I'm just yapping here, guys. I'm yapping and trying to waste the day to see what will happen. But anyway, that was just me like talking about and speculating about what we might be seeing. But I think tomorrow we are gonna get a crazy amount of notifications for what's gonna come. And also, I think if they're gonna do a heartfelt gift, I don't think it's gonna be right now. I think it's gonna be probably at the end of November, or maybe even December. I am not sure. But I don't think it's gonna be this month. I think this is it. This is it. I just wanted to yap about what we might be seeing tomorrow. If they're gonna announce, like, we're gonna have a PV for the new banner or whatever they're gonna drop, I think they're also like an hour after that they're gonna drop the, you know, the promise post. It will literally end in a day. We must have something to know what's coming. This kind of sucks for me. Tomorrow is a Monday, it's the beginning of the week, and like my work starts like 3 hours after the banners drop, but then I have to wake up like really early to watch the banners, and because I, you know, to react to this. So honestly, dropping like trailers and PVs on a Monday morning, what are they thinking? Why wouldn't they do this on a weekend? Anyways. Sorry guys, my whole setting was kinda like collapsing on me. Anyways, that was me guys, just talking and yapping because it's been some time. And honestly, I'm just trying to get there. Like mentally, I am not in the best place right now, so I am really trying to push myself and do better. And just doing this kind of gets me out of, you know, out of my head and out of the box that I keep climbing back into. So yeah, if you've listened this far, I honestly appreciate you listening to me just talk and yeah. That's it guys. Thank you so much for listening to me and for watching. I cover Love and Deepspace. If you are interested in my content, please do consider subscribing to my channel. And if you do like my videos, please do consider leaving a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!